Are we live?
Oh, are we on?
Are we actually live?
Yeah.
Oh, we're live.
We are now.
We are now.
And we have some working microphones. Hello. Oh,
So,
baby.
welcome, big dogs, to episode 2 of the Big Dog Cast.
Well, before we start,
Yeah, this is episode 4, but going to be number 2 because we've had to throw fucking 2 and 3 in bin.
we've thrown 2 and 3 in bin because
Sim, if he's not on, but I'm pointing at camera, man.
technical issues.
So, we've got to change the location. We're at Ultraflex Rotherham podcast studio because we filmed episode 2 and 3, but unfortunately, we've had to bin them. After episode 1, we had some fantastic feedback, but we also had some feedback, people coming up to us in the gym, people messaging us on Instagram or on YouTube saying we needed to sort the sound out. So we thought we'd nailed it, but unfortunately, we'd not quite got the sound up to scratch or where we wanted it. When you're producing a podcast and you're paying money, you want to be putting out good quality. And James had to mess about with the audio that much that it was affecting the sound. So we don't want to put shit out. So we've binned episode 2 and 3. We're not going to try and repeat them. They probably would have got banned anyway.
Yeah, they've gone now, but we got carried away, didn't we?
Yeah, we got a bit carried away. But yeah, so this is actually the new episode 2. And we're going to get 2.2. And we're going to get fired away with some listener questions. But firstly, we want to announce the winner of our first giveaway. So, let me just send this through.
Which was for some Engineering Muscle products, weren't it?
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
And who asked the best question?
Correct. And it was a chap called Christian, who was
Christian 95922.
That's right. Yeah, Christian 95. Yeah, him.
Congratulations.
So congratulations, Christian, who's actually asked the best question, which he's asked like 10 questions in one, which is a little bit
Piss tech, yeah?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a cheat code, but we did like what he'd done there. So we're going to fire away with this. So questions straight off the bat. This is a question for all three of us.
Yeah, let's go. That was James has just opened
so basically, it's like who is or what is, or it's a bit like a Mr. and Mrs. style. So who's the angriest?
You.
Fuck off. That is 100%
you. That's why you're sat on that side of the table and we're sat here.
So we can definitely say that it's 2 against 1.
Unanimously.
Unanimously, Doctor is the angriest.
Yeah, I am.
Well, why do you think that is?
I just...
Age.
Old school. I'm just not here to take shit off people.
Fuck off, it's Trent.
Yeah, I just think we had a conversation before we started filming. I just think like
Put that aircon on as well.
people don't get
I'm a bit sweaty.
people don't
That is Trent. Has yours gone in?
No, I've
All right, so it's not for you yet. You're just big.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got aircon in here as well, so we're spoiled.
Yeah, we are spoiled.
We don't want that going too dark brown. Right, that's good.
What's
the sound like with that? Is it too? Is that all right? Yeah.
Sound.
So
We've got
we don't. If we do another episode and the sound is bombed, I'm not coming anymore.
I'm not.
Big Dogcast.
We've all got our own mic.
Yeah, it's posh as this, isn't it? It's
It's
nice.
All right.
It's all right.
So, yeah.
Seats are comfy and all.
So other than Trent, why are you the angriest?
I'm not even anger. I just say it as it is.
Yeah,
It's not
you
even
just-
being anger.
yeah.
You like think about it, like what you're saying. I ain't got time to think. Do you know what I mean?
just say it.
Just say it, and I think that's the best way of being.
Yeah,
Spade
it
is a
is.
spade.
You just know where. You just know. I'd rather somebody be like.
I don't think you are the angriest, and I think you've got a lot more chilled. I think you just come across
Yeah.
the
I
angriest.
don't.
Blunt.
You're not angry.
I'm not angry. I just want blunt. Just tell you how it is.
Yeah.
It's like somebody said to me. Somebody joined coaching the other week, and he goes, "Oh, I seen you." He says, "What? You always look right angry in the morning." And he's joined this bloke. He goes, "You always look right angry in the morning." He says, "I'm stood on a fucking stairmaster." Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I just got a job to do, and if I ever smile at anybody, or they think they want to have a chat with them.
Yeah,
and I don't.
I ain't got time for that
I ain't
shit.
got time. I'm just in there for a job. Do you know?
Yeah. Well, that's a cheat code in the gym.
Yeah.
So for people, not that I'm unsociable, but I think we spoke about this. I don't know if it was on number 1 or 2 or 3.
It was probably
whatever.
number 2.
Yeah. I don't make eye contact with nobody, and people think I'm rude, but it's not because I'm rude. It's because when I'm in the gym, that's my time. I've got fucking shit to do.
Got a job to do.
Yeah, if I start talking to one person and then I'm in the gym at the same time every day, all of a sudden I'm speaking to 5 people, and that 5-10 minute conversations is a fucking hour in there.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do that. So
Yeah, this is where you say I'm too soft because I fucking give people too much time in
Yeah.
gym.
You do, especially in our time. You know what I mean. Like we're in gym, like a little chat at a table here. I mean, I know we're not training, but it's like let's say we were.
Yeah.
You'd sit at a table, have 5 minutes, but then when you go into gym, do you know what I mean?
That's at game
We're
time.
at muscle farm, aren't we? With
Yeah.
this to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, so Doctor's angry. Who is the most feminine? Fuck off.
You.
I don't know. You look pretty nice today. You look all done up. You've got
Hold on.
brand new clothes
right,
on.
Right, hold on. So, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? You know what I'm going to say. What do you put on your...
No, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Because if we tell them, then they'll all have good skin like me, and they're not having it. No, it's not feminine. They're not having it. You know what I mean?
Guess what the
Phoebe
doctor...
always-
Leave tallow.
Even Phoebe goes,
Phoebe goes, oh, you got right nice. You got right nice.
why are your legs and your arms so soft?
But no, they're not having it. I do look after me, son, but it's not being feminine. He's most feminine.
Why's that?
Botox,
I've not had it for 2 years.
eyebrows fucked about with.
I've never had my eyebrows.
Fuck off.
Fuck
I
off.
can remember coming out to him. What?
Fuck off. Right, Botox, yes. But this is something that we need to probably discuss as well. Botox in bodybuilding. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I've obviously not now, but I've had Botox in the past, and I think it really helps. And I actually need to get some more done.
I definitely do, because now I'm getting to the age and size that I'm looking like a Sharpei more and more each day.
So obviously next week, Nave's put on his, I don't know if you've seen, because obviously influencer as well, innit? With dentists, putting his dentist out. So this is a little call for Jimmy and Nave, because I don't have Botox, I don't need it. But if there's any aesthetics companies out there that would like to sponsor these two guys, that's what they're anchoring for.
Yeah. So if you want to sponsor the podcast, if you want to sponsor the podcast, we'll be your sort of
Guinea pigs
for Botox.
influencers.
Yeah. So yeah,
No, I think like especially when you're frowning all the time, and CPAP mask leaves
it does.
fucking horrible lines.
Yeah, it
So
does.
just anything that can soften that, and prevention being better than cure when you're constantly scrunching your face up, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it doesn't get rid of the lines. These are fucking cemented in, but it softens them and it does make you look fresher.
Yeah.
And I've probably had Botox now 4 or 5 times since I've been 30. I'm now 37. So I don't have it regular, but I should really. And I definitely need some now.
I think that's which size your head though. Like, no, I mean, like, it's
Growing and shrinking it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He's got a great Swede on him, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it fucking, it does grow, doesn't it, in off season? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I don't go massive, so it don't like affect me. But
Well, do you know what? It's funny because I went to my mates on Friday. Phoebes went out for a meal with girls, and I said, "Oh, I'll come round and like babysit boys with you." So we just had a little bit of a boys' night, and he's got 2 boys, one at 1 and one at nearly 4.
Yeah.
A little 4-year-old who like climbing all over me on my back, and he's. He were amazed with wrinkles in the back of my head. He was grabbing all the wrinkles in the back of my head and grabbing onto him. You're like, what's this? What's this? I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
I said, well, listen, they'll not be there in another £20. It'll be full up again.
It'll be fun.
Oh, God.
Grew into my head.
All right, I'll take, because I'm a little bit emotional as well.
Yeah.
I am a little bit emotional. So,
Fucking hell, end of prayer.
yeah.
Cuddle.
I cried. Well, I fucking cried when I come off at leg press, didn't I?
Yeah, I thought we were going to be sick. I thought he went outside to be sick. He went out
When was this?
end of prep.
Last leg day before Texas.
Before Texas.
What? Because of...
This we were just doing legs, massive session all the way through, best
Yeah.
all the way through. Like
It was a great session.
it were 8 session. I don't know what it is, but
Sonny Federa.
is that what it were?
Yeah.
It come on.
But it were live Sonny Federa mix.
Yeah.
So it were like crowd were involved with.
That
It would
makes a
come on,
difference.
and then it come on. Like obviously, I didn't know. It just come on. And then he gets off and he goes outside and I thought, he's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's trained with me again. He's going to be sick. Do you know what I mean? Bins out. And he comes in, fucking roaring.
Roaring for people who aren't from Yorkshire means he was crying.
So yeah, it's because it came on just as I was getting into zone for the set. And it just, I don't know, I just went somewhere in that set and the set were a fucking great set.
Yeah.
Like I just, do you know when you like, everything felt fucking mega in set? I took it there.
Yeah.
It last late. It like all these emotions come so like.
So close to the show.
So close to the show.
Very emotional at that point.
Yeah, very emotional. Yeah. Last leg day before I flew to Texas. And that song come on. And it's like, I'd been listening to it doing cardio every morning and stuff like that, but it was just a bit different.
What leg press were it? That
Arsenal.
And it was about 11 plate. It was massive.
Yeah.
About 13, 14 reps. It was like
a good set, wasn't it?
A big set. All right.
And like, I just got this like whoosh of emotions. I fucking got off and like, it just, I think all emotions hit me that like, fucking hell.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm making the pro debut next week.
Well, that answers the question anyway. Nice.
So I'm definitely the gayest. I'm definitely gayest. Yeah. So that basically he's been nice by saying it was the most feminine. He's basically saying it was gayest.
Yeah. Who's a big bomber?
Yeah. Well, the last question he asked there is who's the highest percent gay. So
all right,
that's answered as well.
Right. So the most. Yeah. Who's the strongest?
Oh,
I'd say pound for pound, Jimmy.
I
think it depends on muscle group.
Yeah.
Because
I think
he's picking stuff up.
Yeah, back.
Picking stuff up, he's strongest out.
But I think pressing wise, pound for pound, I think
you're not beating me.
No,
you're not me.
I'm weak as a kitten on
and then he's going to be legs, innit? I mean, you're both strong on legs. It's really hard, but
we've had some good leg sessions, haven't we, together?
Yeah, I think you probably just picked me. Yeah, I think so. By a rep or so.
But on like deadlifting and stuff like that.
Yeah, pick SLDLs. Yeah,
I'm picking them. Yeah. That's.
So I think.
So legs, back, push.
Yeah.
Arms. You're probably stronger than both me and Jimmy on arms as well.
I'm good on arms.
You're good on arms, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I think it's. It depends on which muscle group.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And exercise, because there's certain exercises that people are good at, aren't they? Because I'm catching you up on certain things on pressing.
Oh, I know. That's what I was just going to say. Especially that incline.
Yeah.
Plate loaded prime.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I did think about it.
I don't never feel comfortable in that, do you?
Well, since I did my pec.
Yeah, you did it on there.
I had 4 plates. I used to have 4 plates side on there, and I didn't do
middle
it.
Pin.
I did, middle pin, and I did it on a warm up. Fucking coming down on a warm up, and it's just mentally fucked me since there as well. And it's just never felt strong or stable since.
Yeah.
I think my pressing above.
Shoulder pressing, you're very good.
Vertical pressing. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that.
Yeah, he's
I always have been.
When we trained, and we trained that prime plate loaded, and I thought when he went, I don't know where he'd gone on holiday or something. Do you know what I mean? We're probably just going to stick with it.
Doing something gay.
Went to a spa, didn't
He actually might have done it.
Don't fucking say that. So, who's got the shittest genetics?
Me. But I don't listen. It is, but
yeah, because you do walk the walk. So even though the doctor is not a bodybuilder,
or not bodybuilder, I still do exactly.
He's as diligent or more diligent than pretty much any body.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I mean? I do exactly what.
Yeah, you do. 90% of my clients don't work as art. No, I'm not going to say that. There's certain people who are competitive athletes who don't do what you do.
Like the doctor.
I mean, I'm going to say this, do you know what I mean, and say it as it is, but obviously you'll both take a lot more gear than me, do you know what I mean? So it's a lot to do with steroids.
That is yet to be proven.
No, I won't mess it.
No,
I have as much gear as I have more gear than you. I like it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you do now. I think we've
got it right now.
I think we're about similar.
You've got it down.
About even.
I've just come down to 2.5 grams.
Yeah. You've tried catching me up. You've trained with me that much now.
That he has to take the same amount of gear.
It's rubbed off on him.
Yeah, people say, you've been knocking out Doctor too much. So
yeah.
I'm a butcher, and I'm going to do this. I'm like,
Strudlausen theory.
You don't start counting it until you get to a gram. That's his theory.
Yeah, well, it's rounding up, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, you know. You've read my book, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I've got it in office at home.
Who's got the highest net worth currently? Is that including assets, or is it just?
Asset wise, I have 0 assets.
But you've got.
I've
got some money in
I've
crypto.
got and other investments alongside
And
that.
other investments.
Yeah, I've got all my worth is in investments and cryptocurrency.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Talk that bit
Who
out.
gives a fuck anyway about that? Who's got the
Talk that
asset?
bit out, though.
It's all about happiness. If you're happy, that's your net worth. That's just me being a bit gay and feminine again. Fucking hell. Who's the biggest wanker? You.
Yeah.
That is who's the biggest wanker.
Oh,
These are good.
What you're
Full
laughing
stop.
at? What you?
These are good, these questions. So, Doctor's
Oh, we are.
Doctor's got 3. He's angriest, worst genetics, and biggest wanker.
Well, maybe that's because he's got the worst genetics. Why he's angry.
Angry.
Wanker.
Fuming.
I fucking hate everyone who does bodybuilding. It's all better than me.
This is quite a good one. Fucking hell. It's a little bit deep. What's the most powerful experience you've ever had that when you think about it, it triggers you?
I don't understand it.
When it triggers you to fuck.
I don't understand. I don't understand questions.
So have you had an event or series of events that's happened in your life that when you think back to that, it fucking gets to you? I.e., if, let's say, take Jordan Peters again for an example, or people who get very angry before a set, they think back to something dark or something that's happened to them.
I've had this conversation.
Yeah,
I've had this conversation before. Like,
some people use emotion from past experiences to get angry for a set.
Go in a dark place, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what does it mean? Go in an airing cupboard or something? Like, I don't. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand. I don't understand where it comes from. Like, whoever we've beat, like smokes or like or camera, they're like, can't you make it look a bit harder? I'm like,
you don't get.
And I'm like,
you're quite calm, aren't you?
yeah, I'm fully like, I can't get any.
It's your happy place, isn't it? So you don't want to get angry at something that makes you happy.
I don't have to. Like, I know full well. I never go for a rep that I can't get at. And I know full well that my maximum weight, like, I can't press anymore. Yeah. It's not that I'm like chicken and heart. It's just that, but I don't like when we're doing legs, like, go back to that when you was crying. Do you know what I mean? Again. But he, like, you can see him, like, I know, like, right, don't.
He has to give himself a little bit.
Yeah, don't send out to him now. He's like walking about, and then he's going to get in and he's going to fucking press.
But I'm calm. I'm not walking about like grunting.
You're not angry.
Aggressive. Yeah.
But what I mean is,
I usually I switch on before the set, but you usually pick up that it's like about rep 3 or 4. Do you know when I felt it and I'm like, yes,
yeah,
that's like it.
Yeah,
it goes again. Then I think fucking I'm going to get fucking 20 reps here. Like you get that like endorphin release but yeah, I don't use anger. I don't go to a dark place or anything like that. I don't think. That's a difficult question to answer. That
it's a bit deep, that, isn't it?
It's a bit too deep.
It's like
there's another one here. Who's the softest?
That correlates with
being feminine
and
that last one as well. Who's the highest % gay? Which
so
I'd say that you are about 3%. No, you've got to be a little bit more with your skincare routine.
Yeah, well, that's probably about 15. I've got to look after my skin. I'm 40. Do you know what I mean? I'm 40.
So what would you say? You're about 15% gay?
15% gay, 85% geezer. Do you know what I mean? Well, I think
that should go on a t-shirt. Big Dog Cast, 15% gay, 85% geezer.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Other way around.
I'd say I'm about 30.
Yeah, you
35.
Yeah, you're just a nice, like, you're just a nice person, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
I'm a bit too artistic to be anything other than
you're pure hetero, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, actually, my client base is probably about 50% gay.
Is it?
Yeah, 50% gay man. Yeah.
No, that's what they say.
Yeah, but that's
because
he does his loom videos and his wife runs.
Yeah. So when I do a loom video, I just literally my wife was sat back like that.
All right, lads.
No changes this week.
You look great.
Right. So that's like that's the question that's given quite a lot, I think, to us. And he loved the show. Hope these are a regular. So Christian 95922. Drop us a message.
On
Instagram. Drop the Big Dogcast Instagram a message, and we'll let you pick an engineered muscle supplement of choice, and Riz and D will get that out for you. Thank you for taking part. Next question. We're going to pick about 2 or 3. What do you think about that one?
Well, it'll coincide with the doctor that as well, won't it? Because I don't know if he's ever mentioned it, but you're 40, aren't you? About you about 40?
Yeah.
He mentions it every day.
It's got to, man.
So, Ash, Classic Physique, is one of your clients?
My client, yeah. Great guy.
So, Ash, thoughts on bodybuilding over 40?
It's exactly the same as going when you're 16. I promise you now.
I think how he's sort of interpreted the question, bodybuilding
then and now. Do you mean?
No. I think he probably means, because I think he's saying bodybuilding, but I think he potentially means assisted bodybuilding. I don't know, because I think bodybuilding as a hobby, as a sport, over the age of 40. I'm going to be bodybuilding until I fucking can't bodybuild anymore.
Yeah, I'm going in coffin. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I'll still be training at 60, 65, 70 if I can, because I think it's fucking brilliant for mentally. The longer I can keep physically fit and keep training, resistance training, one for like bone density and
skeletal muscle,
and keeping osteoarthritis at bay and things like that.
Yeah, like
I think
weight training for longevity is the actual secret.
Yeah, so I think bodybuilding over 40 is a fucking non-negotiable. So I will be doing it as long as I possibly can. Assisted bodybuilding over 40, I think it's all relative to
when you started and genetics.
But I do think that past 40, the effects on your body are going to be more pronounced than they are when you're 20.
I agree.
So I think you've got to take into consideration that if you start your bodybuilding journey at 35, in terms of taking anabolics, then you're not going to be able, your body's not going to be able to deal with them and recover and get rid of toxins and things like that, like they can do when you're in your early 20s. You can get away with it.
Yeah, you're brand new. You're fucking made of rubber, aren't you?
Yeah.
You literally can get rid of anything.
So I just think you've got to be mindful in terms of what you're taking.
I just think like.
I think 40. I think
when you get to 50.
50, I think.
I think when you get to 50.
And I think competitive bodybuilding over that age,
you've
I'm
got to
not a massive
stop
fan
messing
of.
about with trend, like, or only a little bit of it. Do you know what I mean?
I think, yeah.
Like, but I think like towards 50, I think you're going to keep it in all year round because TRT. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now, I don't care. Like, I don't want to die, but I'm.
Yeah, but
I'm still going to like.
I think 50. I think.
I know there's a lot to do with
your funny age now.
Like, what I mean is, there's a lot to do with your blood tests and all this elf NAM and stuff like that. But when I went to the gym when I was younger, them guys still go to the gym now, still have gear.
50, 60-year-olds.
60, Steve's 65. None of them's had a blood test. Right, because they're not there. Like now, everybody has blood tests, but them guys who go to gym, meatheads or whatever else you want to call them,
knowledge weren't there, were it?
Knowledge weren't there. They still go to gym, they still eat half decent, they're still full of muscle. I'm not saying they're shredded, but they look better than any 60 or 65-year-old that don't go to gym. Yeah. Anybody, they still have gear. Like, I'm still have my sus and my decker or whatever it is, because obviously that's all that they were.
Yeah.
Like,
that's all I know.
That's all they know.
Yeah.
But they still have it, and they're not having. Oh, I'm going to have like 1/2 mil of this and a 150 test. They're not. Do you know what I mean?
They're having a Miller test and
a Miller Decker 3 times a week. Do you know what I mean? And they're 60, and they're still here.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not getting to like. I'm not getting to that thing where I go, I'm 45 now, I'm going to 125 test or...
No, I don't agree with that.
Do you understand?
It's circumstantial.
Yeah, just think them no 19s and that, like...
Yeah, it's circumstantial. So I've got a few... Have you got any Masters competitors?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Yeah.
I've got a few Masters competitors, good Masters competitors. When I say Masters, that's because, to be fair, out of a fucking 35, we're Masters. But I class Masters as 40 plus. So I've got a few really good Masters competitors. But all that I do now with them is I'm very sensible or moderate with the usage in terms of compound selection, how much they actually use, how long they stay on for,
the duration,
how long they stay off for, making sure that we're keeping sort of oxidative stress to a minimum, keeping inflammation to a minimum. We're not sort of using harsh drugs for long periods of times at high dosages. Yeah. So I think you've just got to be a little bit more sensible once you start getting to 40 plus.
Just mindful, just getting away with as little as possible.
Yeah. Not pushing it.
And not really pushing the envelope to see where they can go, because they're already where they are going to go, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just tweaking things by that point.
Yeah, exactly. And you can still make progress. I've got Wes, for instance. Wes has been with me about 3 or 4 years now,
and he's made mad progress.
He's getting better every fucking year.
Yeah.
He's getting better every year.
Brilliant at the moment.
His best he's ever looked.
We had a shadow of a doubt.
He checked in this morning. I'm like, fucking hell, I'm so happy how this is going.
Yeah, we had a shadow of a doubt.
Because he's always struggled in his lower to get lean.
Yeah, but
he's like 9 weeks out. He's fucking got feathering in. He's like, everywhere. His glutes are coming in. Everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'm buzzing with how it's going.
Well, I think
and he's a robot.
Is he? Well,
he still has flexibility, and he still enjoys family time, and he still has a day a week where he still spends time with kids and spends time with missus, and he has a free meal. But I couldn't ask for anybody to be as regimented as just
a good client. Yeah,
he just enjoys it as well.
That's important as well, because it's all right people following a plan and being robotic, but I want them to enjoy it.
Yeah, he fucking loves it.
I want them to fucking feel
That's
good.
Everybody misses now. You see all these young kids in gym. Not one of them's got a smile on the face.
It's a chore for a minute to do it.
Not one of them. Like me, I can't wait to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've got music on. I've got Michael Bolton on, getting red up. Do you know what I mean?
You know what we were listening to when we used to drive to
Country roads?
No. What is it? What are they called? What are they fucking called?
London Grammar.
London Grammar.
Yeah. Something like that. Do you know what I mean?
What's top set music at minute?
That's a bit like Jordan's.
If you're going to go in, what you're going to...
That's a bit like Jordan's top set.
I can't listen to...
London Grammar.
Well, Matt...
I can't listen to it with my... I can't have headphones on.
Oh, can't you?
I can only have them on cardio, but I can't train with them. That's why I get faced when I go to gyms. And I shouldn't, because they're not my gyms, and you should think about it, but like... When I go to S20, great gym music's fucking dead. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And sometimes it's horrendous. It's
hard to cater to everyone
for everyone. Gym, do you know? And that's what I got to, because it's like it's not a bodybuilding gym. It's not a bodybuilding.
But it's got fucking loads of bodybuilding
equipment.
So
but
it's not bodybuilders.
But it's not.
It's difficult.
It's on me because it's not a bodybuilding gym.
Yeah, that's your problem there.
Yeah. So that's why
I go. Is there, you just don't want it.
Yeah, so I just go to a different gym like Derby or ER. And it's a bodybuilding gym. It's a bodybuilding gym, and you can say, put a bit of baseline on or grime or whatever you want on. Because if I can't hear myself breathe, I go out of rhythm. So I can't.
Right.
And then cardio. What have I had on this morning? Cardio. Oasis this morning.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not a... what do they call it? Fucking hell. It's not grime. What's the other one?
DMB.
Drill. I'm not a massive into drill, but I do listen to George Osborne's Spotify. Spotify listen times drill when I'm doing cardio, and it does
just some stuff in it.
Some of the stuff does get you going.
Goes towards back end of prep when I'm lean. I can't listen to baseline on cardio.
No,
it's too much in it.
But now I've put it on. I'm thinking, yes, you're fucking. Do you know what I mean? Having a little word with Stairmaster, but later on. I've do you know what I mean? I've got 80s on that, me.
Be more chill. Well, I've had fucking Purple Rain on this week.
That's Purple Rain. Your
Radiohead Creep.
Your music tastes like quite diverse, isn't it?
Yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to turn up to. Do you know, because your YouTube plays like what you've been listening to. Like I say, I could have Purple Rain on 1 minute and then fucking like just the most ridiculous fucking bounce metal or anything the next one.
Right, two quick ones. If you could pick a training partner from any era, any time to train with, who would you pick?
Tom Platz, lunatic.
Fucking hell.
What? Can we pick two? Can we have like a retired and a nah?
You can pick whoever you want.
So retired that did be Dorian.
I think I'd manage with Dorian.
And if I could train with somebody now, I'd like to train with the Asher. Just for, because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
He just goes and enjoys
Yeah,
it,
he
right?
trains hard, but he's fun. He's a great laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not too bad fucking bodybuilders there, Dorian.
That's-
Yates and
No,
Nathan Dasher.
so that's going to be that to Tom. I just said Tom Platts because I fucking, when you've seen him doing them leg
crazy.
extensions, he's just fucking off his tits, isn't he? And I would just one session with him to experience it. I trained with Milos in Las Vegas, and I was like a few days out, so he took it.
You couldn't really.
There's nothing he really could do to me there, but yeah, if not Milos in the height of his sort of fucking giant set era.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Would be something I'd like to do, but modern day bodybuilder, no one really for me.
Yeah, because do you know what?
To be
It's
honest,
like, I'm not modern day bodybuilding, not really.
That's why I like Dasher.
Shite, innit?
Yeah,
That's why I like Dasher.
because he's original.
Yeah, and he goes in
Yeah,
and he's
he
just,
don't care. Well,
it's just, do you know what I mean? The amount of people that said, oh,
but when I watch him
Nathan
train,
Jack-
I grimace because it's like he's gonna snap a muscle every time. But he don't give a fuck, does
Bram,
he?
do you know,
Yeah.
that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
well, it works.
And it
doesn't
works.
I think there's a few who come to mind: Dorian, Kevin Levrone,
Yeah,
Jay Cutler, because I think his style is a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'd like to train with Jay.
2030.
Everybody says Ronnie. I don't think I'd like to train with Ronnie. I'd like to fucking watch him train.
yeah.
And just being in gym when he was training, just thinking, what the fuck?
What about Branch Warren, Johnny Jackson?
do you know what? I used to watch Branch Warren's DVD because that's all yeah. And when I think back, like, I mean, what I know now, I'd have thought, fucking hell. In fact, you were on in Derby the other day.
Right, good.
Yeah, we were like,
watching
we were just watching that, weren't we?
dumbbells, dumbbell curling,
Just
About
fucking-
40 kilo dumbbells.
ragging them up.
literally T-bar Owen, just like elbows moving an inch, just. But Johnny Jackson had one of the best backs going, didn't he?
He did,
So
yeah.
whatever he was doing, fucking worked.
And then last one. What is the best protein source? Is it chicken, beef, turkey, salmon, or all of the above to build muscle? I don't. For a 57-year-old, I don't think it matters how old you are.
No.
Great podcast, by the way. Michael Jones. What is the best protein source? Well,
Cow eggs.
cow eggs. He fucking tells people cow eggs.
Does it?
Yeah, you're like, fucking hell, you've put some signs on the eggs, then cow eggs. They're like, look at us and say, cow eggs. The cows like eggs. Cow eggs.
Somebody asked, they were like, where do you get them from then? Says, last time somebody asked a question, says Rob Taylor knows somebody who can get them from Iceland.
He'll be messaging Rob on Instagram, mate, can you get me some of them cow eggs?
Rob, like, what the fuck?
What the fuck's this idiot on about?
Like, fuck off, you divvy.
So the most bioavailable forms of protein with all amino acid, like all the essential amino acids in there, like complete protein sources, are actually whey protein, beef and eggs. They're your top three with the best sort of coverage of all amino acids.
Yeah, just complete amino acid profile. Yeah.
Complete profile. But again, chicken and turkey do.
I just think it's what
Fish does.
I just think it's what six we
Actually,
are.
like Greek yogurt, natural yogurt, that has it as well.
And anything like that.
Anything like
Basically,
that.
Everything he mentioned there. For me, I think personally,
I like beef.
beef. And I just think, again, something that Justin Harris touched on years ago that resonated with me was beef is the closest thing to human muscle, essentially.
Yeah.
That we eat.
Yeah.
So if that correlates or transfers, probably not. But to me, that made a little bit of sense when he said it. So I eat beef twice a day, every day.
Yeah, I do.
I have done for years. And fish.
Beef, whey, and eggs for me. And then chicken. You're a chicken man, and I have chicken once or twice a day, or turkey. But that's convenience because it's just easy to eat. I do like fish as well.
I just like chicken and rice and pickled onions. And just, do you know what I mean?
What's pickled onions for? Micronutrients.
Yeah, micronutrients and fat burning properties.
It's got fat.
The vinegar is well, it's for digestion, isn't it?
It's digestion, yeah.
Creating an
I don't know
acidic
if-
environment in the stomach.
Yeah. So yeah, they're the, and then we don't need to talk about plant-based complete proteins because
No, because it's
you
fucking
just-
pathetic.
you're
I'm sorry.
You're just gay if you
Yeah.
don't eat meat.
Fuck off.
Like,
So-
I don't have any vegan clients at the minute.
I've
I
had
do. I
I've had
say.
some veggie clients and some vegan clients before.
Well, the thing is, I've one of the guys I coached him for a few years now, Andrew, German guy. He was vegan when he came to me, and
then you made him eat meat.
I didn't make him eat
You
meat.
forced him.
I give him some alternatives, but then he started eating meat, and his fucking physique, the difference in his physique was huge. He's just not bloated, he's not distended, and he's growing like fuck.
And that's why
And he looks great, and you know. It was actually a conversation he had. He was like, "Yeah, I am vegan, but sometimes I do go to McDonald's." And I was like, "Yes, I've got him.
I've got him. I've got him.
listen, leaf eater.
Yeah. Just the like, if you were vegan 10 years ago, it's healthy to be vegan in a sense. You're not getting your whole nutrients across the body. You can, but it's very, very difficult.
It's difficult, and it causes fucking digestive issues for me.
But now vegan food is all fucking processed. You might as well eat the plastic packet it comes in. Because obviously big companies have got hold of it, and it's just full of additives and shit. So they're not vegans aren't eating whole food anymore.
Yeah, to try and make it taste.
They're eating fucking bacon sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like what is in that? It's not food. So if you're just eating plant-based food, solely single ingredient whole foods, it can be all right. But again, it's still quite difficult to get you.
Right, so we're going to move on for some. We've got fucking loads of listener questions, which is great. So thank you for everybody getting involved.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Keep sending them through, because we had like over 50 comments on his first episode, and I think we're at 2,000 views, which for a new podcast with 160 subscribers to have over 2,000 views, I think it's started pretty well.
It's really, because podcasts are shit out there. Like a lot of
boring,
every bodybuilder and the man and the dog starts a podcast, and we'll talk about hypertrophy, and we'll get an influencer on, and then we'll talk about fucking anabolism and pathways, and it's just been done to death, hasn't it?
Yeah. Nobody wants to know it anyway. Like
I'm
most
fucking
people,
bored of it. Like,
They just want some.
It's like real
normality.
Most people who talk like that already know it, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? They're not going to watch the thing and go, like normal people, they don't
give a shit, really.
Yeah,
No,
what do I have to eat? What do we have to do?
eat
And how
that,
long is
good
it
at
going to
gym,
take?
do this and do that. Right, that's it, sound.
So we'll move on, and we'll just touch base on where we are currently and what we're doing since last time, because a few things has changed for me, especially in this last few weeks. You're still fucking grinding away, Jim. You're in a good spot, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm 20 weeks this week into off season. So I started cycle 20 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Last couple of days, I had a deload this weekend, fully off. Last couple of days, my strength's been down a little bit.
Right.
I think, I'm at that point where I've maxed everything out.
Yeah.
And
do you think now at your body weight and muscle and strength, do you think 2 days off is enough?
no, so I've got this next 2 weeks, because we've reduced some volume, haven't we?
Yeah,
so
we took some volume out, yeah.
Oscar Young does my training, and obviously Nave coaches me. So we have a call on a Sunday, and we just reduced my volume across the week to pretty much baseline now.
Yeah.
Which should see me be able to move over this next 2 weeks, and then I've got 5 days off from in February. That would pre-programmed in, just because I can't rest. I'll just go fucking forever. So we pre-programmed my deloads, so I have to stop. And that's going to be 5 days, which will be enough then, won't it? I think. And then from there, probably do it. I've got another push until April, and then from April, I've got another 5 days off. I'm going to go away, go and get some sun, and then
We're going to do a little tidy up.
and then I mean, I probably won't need to tidy up, but I'd like to.
Yeah, just to like resensitize, get appetite fire. Not that your appetite's in a fucking good spot.
I'm still fucking starving, but I just think just to keep things sensitive, and with such a long off season, I think it's warranted that pushing and pushing and pushing. You're accumulating body fat all the time, and I don't want that body fat to be I call it cemented. I want that body fat to be as immature as possible.
Yeah,
take it
get
off
straight
nice
off.
and easy, and then get back into a growing phase as quick as I can.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. Pretty good, and just chilling, really, just enjoying it.
And do you know what I think as well? A lot of people, especially with bodybuilding, they think that you have to be going one way or another. And I've felt guilty of this before. I think you've got to, I've either got to be fucking body weight's got to be going up, I've got to be progressing, I've got to be going forward, or I've got to be dieted. Sometimes there's a lot to be said to just fucking
Holding.
yeah,
Chilling, just
chilling. Like, right, I'm not getting on stage until 2026. I've got fucking 50 weeks, 52 weeks, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I ain't got to keep climbing.
I ain't got to keep going forward. Like, if I'm happy with where my body composition is, my performance is good, my recovery is good, just stay there. You can make a lot of fucking progress. You can,
Well-
you can make if you're in a surplus or even in maintenance or just above, you can still fucking
course you can.
make a
Of course
lot
you
of
can.
progress in that phase. You don't need to be pushing all the time.
Just look at like my food's not gone up for a while now. Nothing's changed.
No.
My body weight stayed exactly the same
But
for
5 weeks, the difference in pictures are fucking mental.
is huge. So and normally, again, like we were speaking about the other day, my food had been sky high. Oh, your body weight had moved. Let's push food. I don't need any more food.
No.
If I'm eating 5,000 calories a day, which for me is not a lot.
And you're fresher, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm fresher.
Digestion's
I'm
better.
taking 2.5 gram of gear. I'm getting stronger. There's no way that I can't be building muscle. 5,000 calories, 2.5 gram of gear, getting stronger. Body weight or fucking not moving, you are building muscle. It's impossible for you not to.
Yeah.
So yeah, just take your time, don't rush it, and trust the process, bro.
Yeah. What about you, Doctor? What are you doing? Because you've not took your top. I've not seen you eat top off for about fucking 10 months.
I just
No, probably not that long.
no, about
But you do keep covered up, don't you?
Yeah, about 6 months. I look good on home. Do you know what I mean? I like made some progress. My arms,
I've come up.
my triceps, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that due to?
Training them more frequently.
Yeah, training more frequent and in
Sinful.
sinful, yeah, a lot.
And we've put some more compound work in.
So
Smith machine JM press.
JM press. We've
great
been doing a
exercise.
lot more pressing.
We've been doing a lot more pressing.
Like a lot. You've been doing a lot more.
Yeah,
So
we
that
have.
we have. So incline pressing. It's all connected.
Yeah.
And then a lot of overhead triceps.
The Arsenal.
The Arsenal.
You love that, don't you?
That's a fantastic
It's
machine, isn't it?
best bit of machine I've used.
It's a living room.
I always said to him, I said, like, if you've got a living room and you've got a telly, but your chairs are a piece of gym equipment.
Yeah.
So like that's for triceps. That's only one I'm
You'd have to
allowed
have a
in.
big fucking living room.
It's
But
a living room. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not
won
bad,
lottery.
yeah.
I've
That's
won
good living
lottery.
room.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? Just sit there doing tricep extensions.
Yeah. Well, I think for tricep development, people don't really get in that lengthened position enough. When I see clients send me videos of their tricep work who've got generally weak triceps, they're just not getting all the way in the lengthened, and that machine will do that.
Like there's a lot. Like I also like watching. What's his name? Who died? Older bloke.
John Meadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I used to love watching him.
Yeah.
Like, only bloke who like,
It was good, John Meadows. on
yeah,
YouTube.
and his training and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
You watched it, and like, de-handle for triceps,
Reverse, yeah.
And I was like doing stuff like that, do you know, and I didn't do them, and I've been doing them again, and we've been doing straight bar push.
Straight bar push downs.
downs.
Jay Cutler, old school straight bar push
Yeah.
downs.
Do you know what I mean? We wait
Over
on
top-
getting
over
off.
top of it,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and they
It might not be the most optimal, but it fucking feels
It
great.
fucking does feel good as
and
well.
do you know like
You can't load a tricep really like that, can you?
No.
Without getting over it.
and
on
get
the
over
machine,
it,
yeah.
and I feel so. Just start trickling it down now. Do you know what I mean? Tidy up, but
You pulled about 3 or 4 kilo off. I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
What's the doctor's cycle?
800 prima, 500 test, 200 trend.
Which is fucking.
So we're cruising.
Yeah, cruising at the moment.
Yeah, but that's what he counts. So there's 300 tests, 300 primo, and 200 trem. What he's not counting.
Well, I've not counted because the
Strudelhausen theory.
Strudelhausen theory.
All right, okay.
In bulk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did read that, but I didn't understand it. So,
Yeah. So yeah.
But
so
that's
it.
what's about 1500 meg.
Yeah. And I feel good on that. I don't need. I don't need no more test. Prima's like drinking water. It's not. It's not like a.
it's an amino acid, isn't it?
Yeah. And a little bit of trend. So like I said, trend has to tell you. But I feel good. So cardio's in. And I said I was going to do a tidy up, but it'll probably.
It'll end up being a diet.
Yeah. It'll be.
4% body fat.
Yeah.
Skull face will be cool,
Yeah, I will, because I've been standing there and I just thought, but this time I'm going to get more aggressive. I know people say not to, but I'm not.
No, I like
I'm
getting
not
aggressive.
I'm not telling anybody else. It's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I want to do it in 12 weeks. So
Yeah.
I want to do it in 12 weeks. So whether that's doing 2 cardio sessions a day or what, but I want to.
You're gonna push it.
Just push it a little bit and
Yeah.
get in and out.
While I'm fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah,
prep.
there is something about, especially if you're not competing, you don't want to drag it out.
No,
These
I
20,
think
20 weeks.
I think we've done 20 plus weeks before.
20 plus, did 20 this, did
20
20
this
this
time.
one, and our
And you still wanted to go fucking
a bit further.
You're like, there's more to come off.
There's
I'm
a
like,
bit
you
further,
don't fucking
but-
need to take any more off.
But I think I could have done that in 12 weeks.
You could have, yeah.
If I'd have just hit it like hard straight
just
away.
Stop trying to preserve everything.
Yeah.
Just get fucking job done.
Yeah. So that's
and,
what I'm.
and there's not like you're not doing a photo shoot or anything like that. So
Nothing.
You can get in and out. Can't
I
you?
ain't got no. I'm not having a photo shoot. I hate them. They're horrible. They do me nothing. Like me telling other people, then I would have them for memories. But I've had mine. I've got them. I don't need another one. I only had one last year.
One
Do
for
you know what I mean?
grandkids.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Look
go.
at me.
That's what I used to look like. Before you lads used to take a pill and you used to look like that. That's what I'll be now. I'll be one pill, won't it? And that's it. Everyone will look jacked. AI in a few years' time.
And then me. So fucking hell. I've had a little bit of a change around in what I'm doing. Obviously, I don't know if I mentioned last episode that I weren't competing this year, but I'm not competing this year. So we're going to push till April. And I said everything was going well, but I'm probably kidding myself a little bit, which I think sometimes you do on social media. You put things out how you think you should be coming across, when realistically it's not always plain sailing. And since New Year, I got ill over like Boxing Day till New Year. I got ill, and I was flying up until then.
Yeah.
And then from New Year, I just haven't fucking got back into the swing of things how I wanted to. I was feeling negative. I was feeling a little bit demotivated. My joints felt like dust. My knee had gone backwards in terms of like how that were progressing, and I was feeling good, and I was getting back up to leg pressing templates aside, and everything was feeling good. Then all of a sudden, it just went to shit, and it felt like my fucking leg were going to drop off. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've got a torn meniscus, so I'm just trying to manage it. But yeah, I will like started questioning myself, like, what am I doing this for? Like, I'd got up to like 335 to 338, so I'd got heavy again, but this time it felt different than last year.
As in worse.
Like, I felt fucking like last time I got up to this. Don't get me wrong, it's hard when you get up to that weight anyway. But I'm sure I didn't feel this bad last year. So I thought, is it age, what's catching up with me? And there were just a few things, and it just took me. I had a few bouts of anxiety. Obviously, I'm running a different stack, and I felt great for about 6 or 8 weeks, and then it sort of all just fell off a cliff. And I started. You noticed it.
Yeah. Well,
I would be negative in gym. I was missing a few cardio sessions. My diet were great. I always get my food in, but I'd not prepped my post workout, and I'd grab cereals and whey, which I know is not bad. Still say macros, but I did that a couple of times, and I was thinking to myself, that's not like me. Like, my adherence to plan, if something's on my plan, I eat it.
Yeah.
I know some people are a little bit more flexible. If you grab cream of rice post workout or cereals post workout, you're still getting 150 grams of carbs and 60 grams of protein. Realistically, it's not going to fucking matter. But it weren't on my plan.
It's a principle, isn't it?
It's a principle. Yeah. And I would just, I was just very confused about what I wanted to do and where we were going. And I was just a bit down. I felt a bit fucking low. So I had my bloods done, and my estrogen was fucking tanked for me. So it was in range still. I think it was like 85 or 86, which is in range, but it's always very individual when you look at when you look at your bloods, because I always run my estrogen a little bit higher than what reference range is. So usually 200 to 300, my estrogen sits, and I feel fucking fantastic on it. It's not super high, but I always feel good on it. So that for me was like lowest it's been in like 4 years, and I felt like, gosh, my joints were feeling it.
Yeah.
I was demotivated. My libido had dropped off a little bit. You would notice I was being more negative.
Oh, like I said, it was all. You weren't going to compete again. That's how I. Do you know what I mean?
I was contemplating it.
You mentioned it a couple of times.
Thinking
Exit plans and things like that.
Yeah. And just my thought process were a little bit different. And I was trying to figure out what it were. And I did put it down to my hormones being off. So I changed my stack a little bit after speaking with Jordan. And I did feel better. Mood enhancement come back up just from like my estrogen elevating slightly. And I changed a few little bits. I pulled EQ down. I put some nandrolone in. But even then, after like a couple of weeks, like I'd still not something weren't right, and I weren't happy with like how I was looking, and so I just decided I've got like 8 to 10 weeks left of this sort of cycle as such, where I'm going to be like super physiological. Well, even my cruise is super, but I mean like pushing drugs. So I've decided for like this last 8 to 10 weeks, I've changed my stack. I've pulled my food down a little bit, and I'm just going to come down 10, 15 pounds, round about that 320 mark, which I felt great at 320. Yeah. I felt fitter, I felt more mobile, I felt more proactive, like everything felt fresh. So I'm just going to come back down to that and just enjoy training and not put too much pressure on myself and just
enjoy it again.
Enjoy it again. Because I were just overthinking things, which is very fucking difficult. I think this is one thing that I'm learning about coaching yourself and it's learning me a lot of things. You probably have a lot of, there's probably like decision fatigue. Like I'm thinking, should I be doing this or should I be doing that or should I be changing my split or should I be doing this with drugs? And I'm like, I'd got that many questions and that many things that I want to do and potentially try, and because it had not gone the way that I wanted to go, it was probably fucking stressing me out more than what I needed to. And I'm like, this is me learning how to manage coaching myself.
And that's reason, like, obviously, you can do that. Probably you could do that.
I can't coach myself.
But that's reason a lot of people
can't coach themselves.
And they should have a coach. That's why a lot of people don't get where they want to.
Yes.
Because they change things every...
It's, I know what I'm on about now, but you just need to get reins to somebody else. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have to think about it. So there's no way I can coach myself. Am I doing too much volume? Do I need to train more? Do I need to train harder? Do I need to train less? Shall I eat more? Whereas...
Just do this.
Yeah, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And that's why... Like our relationship coaching works really well.
Yeah.
But for the listeners, because I think you mentioned it in episode 2.0, what was the stack? And then
so the stack,
what are the changes that you've made and why?
Yeah, so the stack was, so I started the cycle at a 1-to-1 ratio of test and EQ, a gram of test, a gram of EQ, 2 grams straight in. I ran that for like 5 or 6 weeks. And then I bumped up to 1200. And then I had another bump up to 1400. And I felt great up until about 8 weeks, but I think once the serum level had sort of took hold in my blood, I think gradually my estrogen were probably coming down. Then all of a sudden it's got to like 8 weeks and it's just gone bang.
Yeah, I think the peak serum level in your blood is like 8
to 12 weeks, something like that.
81, 82 days was the literature. Or 81 or 83, so, I might have got that wrong. But
yeah, so around about 10 weeks, so 8 weeks.
Yeah, so the serum is peaking there, and that's where the EQ's probably been quite dominant in you, whereas it maybe wasn't as before.
Yeah.
And it's drove your estrogen down, hasn't it? And then you felt...
like shit.
Yeah. You felt a little bit feminine and a little bit 15%. It's gone and crept up to 30. And then what did you do?
And then what I did is, after speaking with Jordan, I halved my EQ to 700, kept test where it was. I put nandrolone decanate in at 700. So 700 EQ, 700 deca, 1400 test, and I did 20 milligrams of D-bol for 10 days, just to have an instant spike in estrogen.
Yeah.
And it seemed to do the job, but my joints were still feeling a little bit fucked. My knee weren't not feeling great.
So what's that? How long's this now then? 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago, yeah.
And how do you feel now today?
So today, now I feel great, but so now since Sunday, after coming off the call with you, so I was still not feeling I was still a bit confused in what I was going to be doing
at the beginning of that call. Absolutely, yeah.
And we had a good chat, me, Jimmy, and Oscar, and I was like, lads, I just need some advice because this is how I'm feeling. This is what I think I want to do, and you just like confirmed what I was thinking were the right thing to do. Is just not keep trying to push forward and fucking try and get to 350 pounds and just keep forcing it while I'm not feeling 100%.
Yeah.
Pull back a little bit, pull food back a little bit, tidy up a touch, because I feel better at that. Just pull a little bit of body fat off. And I've changed my stack. I've gone back to something that I know I feel good on. And I think the next time around when I push up and I do potentially use a different compound, I know that fucking EQ is probably not the one for me. Because I had a couple of bouts for anxiety as well, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't.
A lot of people don't really get on well with EQ,
and I've not used it for like 6-8 years.
So what you've put in now?
So now I'm a gram of test, 1200 Masteron, 300 Primo. So 2.5 gram.
That's a safe place for you, and you know
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
feel good on that.
I feel good on that.
And why? What?
Reason I've not gone, because I usually just do test and Primo. But
Just for your E2.
my E2 still, Primo doesn't drive my E2 down massively anyway. It controls it well.
Yeah.
But
But it doesn't drive it down massively. Masteron and Primo kind of do very similar things to me. The reason I've picked Masteron at 1200 over Primo is just oil volume. Because I've run the last 2 off seasons with Primo at 1200, 1400 milligrams.
It's a lot in it.
And I just can't be asked to fucking shoot 14 mil of Primo. So Masteron, it's 6 mil in it, 200 mg per mil.
Yeah.
So, and then 3 mil of Primo.
I've got some Masterons. Can I have it? 'Cause I'm not having it.
You feel better.
I feel fucking better. But I tell you what, and I don't know if it's placebo, but the reason, just because I know what I'm doing now and I've got a little bit of direction, my cardio's been better, I've been getting up earlier, I've been getting out of bed at 6 o'clock instead of fucking 7 o'clock, which was shit for me. Yeah, I know. I've been doing my cardio. I just feel better. My knee feels better. Like I had a really good leg session the other day. But my cognitive function has changed dramatically. And I don't know if that's just a coincidence that I've started using the SLU PP 332. So if anybody doesn't know what SLU PP 332 is, I would call it it's not a peptide because it's not a chain of amino acids. It's a standalone compound. I would call it a metabolic enhancer.
Yeah, I think that's what it's described as on the size.
Is it for fatties?
Basically,
Is it for fattens?
So it's still in early stages of research. It's only been researched on mice and on rodent models, hasn't it? I think there's been about 6 or 7 studies done so far.
Yeah, the actual longest. Well, it's not a study. The self-study is run by Dr. Dean. He's run that for a year so far
on his own.
On his own,
yeah.
And it actually the mitochondrial stack that people are running at the minute with the methylene blue and
Moxie
and the Moxie is what he was running, but basically the data's gone from him and then it's gone like through to Vigorous Steve and all that sort of group who are obviously well researched on this and the studies on the mice, rodents and what I would consider the most important is doing it on ourselves from the people who know what they should be getting from it. Has all been very, very good. And I've run it. I've actually ordered some last night because I ran out. But I even mentioned to you the other day, I noticed a significant difference in
body composition
and how I feel.
Yeah, I feel fucking great. This week, I'm like, what's changed? And obviously, the previous stack is still going to be in me.
So is it injection this?
I've been doing, I started on the Biolabs oral form, but engineered, Riz and D have just brought out a injectable version with L-carnitine in.
And what is it?
As a trial. I think they're going to bring out an oral form as well.
No, but like what I'm saying, so like obviously L-carnitine's 500.
It's 500.
And is that 500 the same?
It's 500 micrograms of SLU and 500 milligrams of L-carnitine in a mil.
And you don't need any more?
No. I was taking 200 of the oral form from Biolabs.
So the 500, so it's just
I think 400 to 500 is I don't think you're getting much more if you run it higher.
No, I was running 400, but just because it's pricey, it's expensive. You're getting it from Biolabs. It's
fucking 130 quid, isn't
130 quid. And
does it hurt? Is there no pip?
What, the tablet?
There's no pip. There's no pip on the injection.
It's quite thick though, isn't it?
It is quite thick. I've been doing it with a barrel and a short orange.
Oh yeah, so it's not like
just warm it up a little bit. And I've done it in my quads last 2 mornings, and it's gone in sweet. No pip, no pain after. It's just a little bit longer to go in, but I feel great. And I've dropped 3 pounds this week, and I've not changed anything. So I've not changed food. Obviously, my stack's changed, but cardio's not changed.
Plus, we have a lot of Olympians use this.
You were saying that a lot of the classic physique guys were using that sort of mitochondrial stack.
Apparently, from the sources at the Olympia,
everybody who were in top
5 of the top 10 were using
that.
The SLU PP 332, 5-amino 1MQ, I believe, with Moxie. So obviously when you're using things like clenbuterol, which are going to speed your heart rate up, deplete potassium, deplete minerals and things like that, cause cramping, whereas this doesn't do that. So
So you have that
it's basically
instead of.
no. So I would start with something like, I mean, you can add it in as and when, but I would start with that, and then when you need to add in the more toxic or stressful compounds like lipolytics
then
that we know work, then
Yeah.
add them in
Yeah.
when needed.
and then you're probably going to need less of that as well.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need less.
And is it mimicking?
So it's an exercise mimetic. That's what they call it.
So it's mimicking
So
doing
basically,
cardio.
Essentially.
it puts your body in a state of induced exercise through a natural metabolic pathway without you actually doing anything.
Yeah. So, but what I mean,
But it don't increase your heart rate. It don't.
So what I don't understand is, let's say everybody goes, "Oh, don't do too much cardio, you lose your fucking muscles." So if that's mimicking and then you're doing cardio,
It's going to be a fucking.
is it going to touch your muscles?
No.
Because if it's
No,
mimicking,
no,
it's doing exactly the same as doing cardio.
Yeah. But all it's going to do is just boost that. You're not going to have to do as much cardio, are you?
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, it's like you're doing double cardio if you
but it's not
mimic an
increased-
exercise and then exercising as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Is
yeah.
it going to touch your muscles? Because if it's mimicking,
No.
it's doing the exact same.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not in that sense because you're not putting your body under any stress, are you?
And the exercise from actual physical exercise is you actually using
Doing your muscles.
Yeah,
So
it's-
it would,
it's minimal.
so you can use it. So you just have that and do same amount of cardio.
So you use it also. I obviously I'm pushing up now. I use it in an off-season setting. I use it in
Keep leaner.
So and my body composition is pretty good.
Which improved over the last few weeks.
Yeah, and it did get better. And then I've not had it in for like 10 days, 2 weeks now, and I have noticed a difference. And I don't really notice things like that, but I was
Yeah.
like, definitely tell.
And what about difference between tablet and injection?
Well, I've only had the injection twice, and I've only been running it a week, so I can't really give.
And is it
But I can tell a profound effect cognitive. Like I feel a lot clearer. There's a lot more clarity, a lot more focus. Like one of the studies with basically obese mice or obese rats, they didn't change anything to their activity levels or food intake, and they just gave them SLU PP 332. I think they lost 12% of the body weight by not changing anything.
It's very impressive.
fucking hell?
That
That's your
work-
that's your cardio.
That's
That's your prep,
Yeah,
innit? If you know what I mean.
yeah. So just by increasing that just increase mitochondrial function, energy expenditure, calorie burning, whatever you want to call it. It's a fucking wonder. It's a wonder drug.
It's a wonder.
essentially. I mean,
when you look at the list is quite long. I can't. I've been onto this for a good few months now. So when I was doing the heavy research, I can't actually remember what the list was, but it's got heart health and bone health.
yeah, it's got
everything.
Yeah, like it's actually improving people. I'm not saying it's improving, but there's no detriment to kidney. So it's,
No, yeah. Until it comes out in 2 years' time, then
It's fucking everybody up.
it's causing you fucking something. But for now, it's seems to be pretty good.
yeah. So that's that. SLU PP 332 is the one. Keep a lookout on Engineered Muscles' website for that coming, or you can go on Biolabs and get the oral form. Use code Big Dog or Good Style 10 on Engineered Muscle. It's like a cheat code.
I think it is, yeah. Like I said, I bought some more last night using code Big Dog on Biolabs. But
Just because you don't want to inject anymore.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and it's a good idea that Riz is probably bringing out the oral form because obviously we know that for the majority of things, the pathway of injecting it is going to be better. But there's only so many things. It's only so many times you can inject yourself a day.
Yeah. L-carnitine and fucking...
Insulin growth hormone, L-carnitine. And then before I get up at 5, and before it's even 5:15, I've injected Lantus, growth hormone, L-carnitine, two pins of my jabs.
Yeah.
So it's 5:15 and I've injected myself 5 times already that day. And then if you're going to put some turbo swirl in, that's 7.
Yeah.
And then I'm not even, God forbid, I'm not even taking fast insulin. But if I was, pre and post 8, 9, and then you're doing Lantus again before bed along with growth hormone.
You can be 12 shots a day.
Yeah, what is it? The fucking, what's the other thing? The turbo thion.
Yeah, glutathione,
So
yeah.
you could easily be close to 15 shots a day.
And that's got to have an effect, inflammatory effect on your body.
Obviously scar tissue. It's
Anxiety.
yeah,
Yeah, you look all these pins.
Sometimes when I'm in bed on a weekend on a Sunday, I'll sleep until a little bit later. Well, I put off getting up because I know what I've got to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I've got to fucking do all that first. Well, yeah.
Right. So, last one, which I think is before we probably wrap it up. How long have we been running, Big Dog? An hour.
We haven't done gripe anyway.
Oh, we haven't done weekly gripe.
Doctor's absolute. Because I know it's been fucking 3 weeks now. And I know you got
loads. I've got years worth. I've got years worth of gripes. Do you know what I mean?
What's at forefront right now? What's doing you in most?
This week, this is
Tax bill.
People who ask
Just
steroid
people.
who ask steroid advice, and what I mean by that is right.
People who what?
Who ask
Steroid advice,
right?
I'm not saying I'm an expert, but they come on to ask you about something. You know what I mean? Don't. What you and they go.
What can I take for?
But my mate who's massive, he says to have this and other, and I'm like, well, fucking take that then. What the fuck you stopping me for? And then 2 minutes later, in comes his big mate, and he goes, that's me mate, oh there. And it's some fucking whopper who's got imaginary lat syndrome and looks like he's been injecting fucking Victoria Sponge. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, fucking hell. And I'm stood there and I'm thinking, why have you just wasted my time?
Yeah.
And I mean, you probably know who he is because, like, you probably think, I fucking asked him that over there. Do you know what I mean? And I said the same. But do you know, just like think, fucking, why ask somebody a question and then say, well, my mate said this. Do you know what I mean?
Well, people are just wanting you. They don't, like you said. I think you said this last time. They don't listen unless you give them answer that they want.
Yeah.
They just want you to
And
say
if you don't get answer that they want, they just fucking go and ask somebody else.
Someone
anyway.
else, yeah. It's anymore.
So
People asking steroid advice or just random people coming to someone that they don't really know saying.
and people who identify as bodybuilders.
People who identify as bodybuilders.
Right, yeah.
No, so actually, I'm going to ask you this question: If is somebody who doesn't compete a bodybuilder?
100%. You're just not a competitive bodybuilder.
Yeah, but in my eyes, yeah, you don't have to go out. Neither do I. Neither do you. You don't have to go out and say that you're a bodybuilder, even though I'm not. People will come up to you.
No, you are a bodybuilder.
But people come up to you in the street and they'll go, "Fucking hell, you look good," or "What you taking?" or "How much do you bench?" Usual. Do you know what I mean?
You're a bodybuilder because you look like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, and then you've got all these whoppers who've gone on stage and that ain't competing. They've gone on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm competing. No, to compete, you've got to be competitive. Right? You've got to be competitive because closing word. Right? Not get last and spend all this money and you're built like a fucking stick insect. Right? You fucking wank. But you've done a show and you've fucking gone in the... You've asked.
I asked first.
Yeah. And they've put in the bio... bodybuilder.
Competitive
bodybuilder. And they've come fucking second in a FitX.
Out of 2.
Yeah. Out of 2. It don't fucking count. It's equivalent, right? And me getting 3 numbers on lottery and winning 30 quid and putting in my bio, I'm a fucking lottery winner. People are going to go, you're a fucking bullshitter, right?
Because you're still driving around in your fucking Robbie
You've won
Reliant.
fucking 30. You've won 30 quid. It's equivalent to winning 30 quid on lottery. You've not even won a FitX. Do you like, what are you on about?
Yeah.
And it just fucking infuriates, man. Like, I just think, like,
because you've always said, like, I know competing don't appeal to you, but if it did and you were 10 years younger,
I wouldn't do a FitX.
You said that you wouldn't compete unless you were
be competitive.
If you were going to be competitive in a fucking Two Bros qualifier or something.
Yeah, I think we sort of went down that route, didn't we?
Yeah.
We didn't compete for a long time until we knew that.
So my thing is, right, obviously I'd done it when we had your Q&A, right? I think there should be a wank category, right? And you should be looked at and you should go, yeah, you're wank, you can compete with the rest of wankers, right? And then if you're good, you can compete with good uns, right? But they're taking time up off everybody else, like everybody else is on these show, and then you've got some fucker who looks like they've fucking got an eating disorder, right? Stood there in some fucking shorts, pants, like
they've got lost their way to
Like-
the swimming bath. Fucking.
sort
Where's
of
your
the side of road, sunshine.
legislators over
Yeah.
there, mate? Oh, man. Where's his come on?
This has come off your off your shorts. It says pedo. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what? I just think like it should. It's all wrong.
You
It's
shouldn't
all,
have to say that you are because it's quite obvious that you are.
Yeah.
by just-
Yeah. But they do a
bodybuilding's a visual thing.
Yeah, they do a show, or they've got. They put a fucking picture on with a Tupperware. Put. When she goes out with a bodybuilder, what the fuck are you on about? Because she fucking got chicken and rice in a Tupperware. Do you know what I mean? You're a fucking knobhead. Like,
Right, we could be here all week with that.
yeah,
that's
but
one
it's
of the-
right, innit?
Yeah.
That's
I
agree
I'm in
with that.
agreement with that.
Like-
To be honest with you, I think people are wanting to be the bodybuilder without
Imagine-
actually doing the
I've
bodybuilder
got
stuff.
I've got a daughter. Have you got a daughter?
Yeah.
So imagine when you get old, when they get older, and she goes, yeah, my fella's a bodybuilder, yeah, and he walks in one of these numbnuts, like, are you fucking sure? Like fucking looking at him, squinted eyes, he's fucking built like this fucking pole. Do you know what I mean? So and I think he's having you on.
Some broccoli and TikToker. Well, he's not a bodybuilder. Love.
Yeah, but he's got a 4XL. He's got a 4XL top on.
Yeah.
And sliders.
And 50,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh, God. What's yours then?
It's not so much a weekly gripe. It's just a bit of a gripe about something general. And I don't think you're not a vapist, are you?
Oh, I'm a vapor.
But you are, and it fucking annoys me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they do me.
Do you vape? So
They
cameraman
do,
vapes.
they do me.
I'm going all warm.
Do you know-
Why? Why? you're the most fucking diligent fucking what do you call it?
I've got to have a vice. If I didn't vape,
Do you know
I'd
me
not bag
though,
every
right?
week.
I have a fag. I don't have a fag all the time, but in prep, right, I have
Yeah.
a fag. When it comes to rabbit droppings at end of prep, a coffee and a fag in the morning, go to the toilet, right?
Yeah.
But the reason I have a fag is brush my teeth and have a wash after, right? I know what I'm getting.
You know what you're doing.
I know what's in a fag.
But-
Nobody's lied, right? Nobody's lied. There's taurine fucking carcinogenics in it.
You know what's happening.
What the fuck are these lot smoking?
It's not that. It's
Yeah, you don't know. You ain't got a clue. All this liquid in the yeah, but
Fucking hell.
where's it gone? Where's all that liquid gone? Yeah, but it's a vape. We're in because I could fucking taste it all on my lips. So it ain't
you got
fucking,
popcorn.
yeah, it
Yeah.
ain't gone anywhere.
Well, vaping. So as an aid for if you do smoke and you want to stop smoking, I get it. But why are people vaping when they've never smoked? And you've got grown men, like the size of this man here, holding a pink fucking tutti fruity fucking stick in his hand. And the reason that gets me most is bodybuilders, because they can't go 2 hours without fucking putting something in the mouth of them on prep. It's pathetic. It shows the willpower of a fucking fat person, and that's what annoys me. It's like somebody with the willpower of him, he just can't. He has to still do it.
Yeah.
and it's like,
I could quit.
I know.
I could quit.
and then they don't.
I've quit before.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
quit
for sure.
before. Yeah.
But then you start again.
You used to sit in car, me driving.
Yeah, but we've
Be like this. Be like this.
we've had this
fucking-
conversation because when people do it, they don't understand that it's vape out your lungs and they're speaking to you, blowing it all over you like it's nothing. I'm like,
Me and Jimmy were doing work across from each other in Amsterdam.
well, that's
I don't know. We've been doing work across from each other, and I'm there. Jimmy's doing a loom, and I'm sat this side of the desk.
And he's just
And
blowing
then
it all over.
Jimmy's doing a loom, and he's going, fuck. Sorry about that. Name's just fucking tonight, Matthew.
But yeah,
All right, sorry, mate.
it right gets to me.
I had,
I
to,
just
I had to go out. I had to keep going outside because I pissed you off, didn't I? So
I just think it's like this is maybe a little bit of a different, too far of a comparison, but because it tastes like strawberry. Do you know when smackheads are trying to stop taking heroin and they go and get methadone from a chemist?
Yeah.
And you got to stand there and drink it. If that started tasting like blue ras and cherry, is everyone going to start just drinking methadone because it tastes nice? It's the same thing.
yeah,
You
of
know,
course
it's
it
like
is, of course it is.
he's an aid to stop something that's killing you. It tastes like blue ras,
And
cherry, ice, fucking lemon, or whatever it
I
is.
was the thing, me, with how much they hammer it with nicotine. If you're getting two young people, 16-year-old or 18-year-old, whatever, if you're getting one fags, and want to vape, there's a massive percentage that then with vape would have an heart attack before they got cancer because of the amount of nicotine that they put
it's
in.
a stimulant, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're fucking nailing it.
Yeah,
and it causes it can cause your heart attack, especially when you get older. And they're on it like they never stop. They never let it out.
Mine definitely slows down in off season.
Yeah, it's a prep thing for you.
It's a prep thing for me. Like, and when you're eating a lot of food, I'm like,
it's what annoys me though, that it's like a weakness.
Yeah,
I see it as a weakness, and that's just me being me. And I actually do think, excuse me, it causes inflammation to physiques.
Yeah,
I do. I think it does.
Yeah,
and that's my weekly gripe.
So you're
for this
fucking
week.
stopping.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm fucking not vaping anymore then. I've just bought some new fucking pods this morning.
Yeah, what flavours did you get? Yeah, try that flavour. Oh yeah, try that. Yeah.
Cherry sour raspberry.
There you go.
My weekly gripe. Probably this week has been my tax bill because that's fucked me right off. It don't matter how much you prepare for it, and you know it's coming. It comes, and it's like it's a fucking kicking bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a kick. He says, "Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, right." Man.
Well, I've got some good financial advisors actually, so I won't know.
But obviously, I've had to. Obviously, we're buying the house last year. I had to take some expenses back to make it look like my profit was higher than what it potentially would have been. So affordability-wise for the mortgage, you can afford the mortgage.
Yeah, you're just not putting as many expenses.
So I'm just not putting as many expenses
yeah.
through. So with that, your company profit's higher. With that, you pay more fucking tax. So yeah, it's a bit of a shitter, but it is what it is. So yeah, my weekly gripe this week was fucking the tax man, the wanker. But
yeah, I just obviously I think it's quite prevalent at the minute, especially in the UK with everything that's going on, and
what our Donald in America's doing.
oh, what a guy!
Hopefully,
What a guy! Him and Elon and everyone. I should get the fucking poke the little nose in here and say, "Here, queer Starmer. Listen, mate, you fucking need to sort yourself out now because
listen, it's gonna have a knock-on effect, innit? What did it?
the tax in everything.
What's he doing all there? It says somebody who earns $100,000 will save $16,000 a year on tax.
Is that what it is?
Already?
that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Or,
It just makes sense. Like he's gone into power and he's like, there's all this money going out to every fucker else. We're paying for transgender comic books and fucking this side on there. And so we're just not spending money on that anymore. And Elon's gone out with his fucking Doge and been like, we're spending 16 billion on sending it to foreign aid to countries that don't fucking like us.
Yeah.
So you're not having it. And then it makes sense. You look after your own first. You make sure your own fucking economy and ecosystems are fucking flawless, and what would you call it? Again, the economy is thriving. And then you can start probably outsourcing.
With tariffs he's put on, and everybody's going, oh, he's going to, Donald, they're going, oh, he's going to cause all these 10% on China or something like that. He says he's going to sort us out when he has to do with EU, but 25% tariff at Mexico, and they're going, oh, it's going to cause all these import-export
charges and
expenses. They're all going mad. In about 24 hours, that Mexican president woman, she sent about 100,000 troops to stop drugs and fentanyl coming straight through.
Because
because he's like, no, let's deal with it or start doing something back.
Yeah.
And that's what we should be doing. But we don't.
Well, we fucking signed a 100-year deal to give all our money to Ukraine.
Yeah.
You walk through Rotherham there's about fucking 3 homeless people sat outside Tesco freezing their bollocks off. And we're fucking sending it to Ukraine.
Yeah.
And then obviously the people who work hardest get hit the worst. So somebody like you, who's expanding business, you're in a profit margin here where there's no need for you to work anymore because there's no profit in it for you.
Yeah.
So the more you work,
the more you're
just going to give more away. So unless your wealth goes from, I don't know, let's say there's 4 stages. Let's say you're in stage 2, stage 3 is like millionaire, stage 4 is multimillionaire. For you to get from stage 2 to stage 3, the amount of taxation that you're going to have to go through, you're going to have to earn fucking millions and millions and millions just to get to that level.
Yeah.
It's just not worth you putting the effort in.
Wrong.
You aren't going to get there. The system is designed to keep
you where you are.
Yeah, keep you where you are. Stay in the rat race. Not keep you poor, but just keep you from fucking getting above your station, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, there's ways around it. We know there's ways around it, but in terms of like different investments and things like that, but you just got to look towards your future, and you a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, it depends who you are. Like, I think for me, I don't need anything. Like, I'm quite happy to not spend any money on anything and live a very basic life.
do you know what? Yeah, I don't need.
you're similar,
I've gone past that stage of fucking material things now. For me, and we
Half
spoke,
a £500,000 house, posing studio, new car, and
no,
bespoke.
Holiday.
Actually, I saw on Phoebe's Instagram yesterday bespoke canvases for the living room.
Oh yeah.
but
I've
we've had
seen
them
them.
2 year. We've just not put them up. We had them in the old house. We've had them. We've had them definitely over a year. We've just not put them up yet.
I've got
so
it.
it's, she's still in a buying. She's still
All
in
right,
a
it's
buying.
all right. I'll save it for next week. I'll save it for next episode.
Do you know what? Like,
Get ready on next episode.
a holiday. That is what I do. Probably need,
You need one.
and
There's no doubt about it.
I think sometimes as online coaches, we probably feel like we can't take one.
Well, you
Can
can.
you can't. You don't switch off, do you, ever? And I feel I always like I have a little bit of time off over Christmas, and I don't know if clients hold that. I think I've spoken to some coaches, and they might say no check-ins from 20th of December till first week in January. Some clients are like, "Oh, can I have pro rata? I'm missing a check-in. Can I have some money back pro rata?" I'm like, I miss one check-in a year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there fucking 24/7 for you if you need it. And especially if they're prep clients and they're checking in multiple times a week, a day. But I always feel a level of guilt, which I don't think you should do as an online coach, but I always feel a level of guilt thinking, I want an holiday. But everybody fucking else gets an holiday.
You should have an holiday.
I think a
You
burnt
need an holiday.
Yeah, I think I do need an holiday because I've not actually had an holiday
No,
where
it's
it's not been
always
prep related or bodybuilding
coaching.
related or coaching related. Fucking God knows how long. And I think sometimes a burnt out coach is someone who's you're not going to make, if you're a burnt out
You're not
coach,
as valuable.
You're not as valuable. You're not going to make the right decisions. You're not going to be as invested into the journey. I think if you
Enthusiastic.
can go away for 7 days,
Yeah, get your weighing rung up. Get to caravan.
get to Mablethorpe. But do you know what I mean? Just switch off from bodybuilding for a week and just go and chill out. Potentially clients who are on prep, you might still have to manage them a little bit, but if they're not, before the show season starts, go and just have a proper refresh. And I think that would be so much more valuable for your clients in terms of you being refreshed.
Yeah.
But I just think sometimes as online coaches, we feel like we can't have that break. Because I feel guilty.
Yeah.
I would feel fucking guilty taking a week off, but I think I've never thought that I needed an holiday more than what I do now.
You do need an holiday.
Well,
You
we
need to
spoke on
switch
the
off.
call, didn't we? Like, you need an holiday. You need some sunshine, and you need to not set an alarm and just like prioritize Nathan, not the
So
bodybuilder.
if you can spare £3, just for
We'll set up a Just Give It.
Just fun. Nathan hasn't had a holiday in 3 months. Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely a holiday. And up until this year, I'd only ever had Christmas Day off. And then that was the only day I'd have off work. But I actually had about a week, 5 days off this year. And my clients were sound about it, but it's because they know that I'm at work every day. But when you're on holiday, you still wake up and you've still got 10, 15 check-ins to do that day, depending on what day it is.
Yeah.
And then...
Did you still do your check-ins?
On
holiday?
Yeah, I always have done. But
Just do it in the morning, innit?
Just do it in the morning. But just don't be like...
Done. Just get
Yeah.
on. Tell them to be in a certain time.
yeah,
And be off
if
it.
I'm on holiday, if you're late, then you won't get a loom check-in. It'll just be
A WhatsApp response.
be a WhatsApp with some changes. If you're on time, we'll get your loom, and that's fair because you need a break, and you can blast through all your check-ins if people have checked in and they're on it within a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Do you know what, for me though, like if you're in an off season and you value your coach, it should be like,
For me, I'd be like, go and have an holiday, mate.
Yeah, I'm already
not
for
gonna
a
check in.
week.
I don't need.
I know what I'm doing.
You know, if they're on
Sound.
prep and they're a bit fucking needy, sound. You know what I mean? But it should be like priority, shouldn't it? You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I want my coach to be making the right decisions. I want him to be enthusiastic. I want him feeling good. I want him to know that he's got my best interest in him. Not burnt out because he's fucking working. He's got 10 to 12 hours a day screen time.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
what-
hasn't had an holiday in fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
So this is to all good style clients.
I'm going to Mablethorpe for a week.
And he's got no phone signal there, so
So yeah, I might look at a break. Maybe at Canaries for like 5 to 7 days before show season starts. Lanzarote or something like that. Nice hotel. You can still eat like just switch off on bodybuilding. For
have
a
some
bit.
fun.
Or as much as I possibly can.
Bit of sangria.
I don't think you've ever fully switched off.
you can never fully switch off, can you? But
No.
you know, a few drinks here and there.
Bit of sangria.
time.
Yeah.
And Phoebe's with you as well. She's good for that.
Yeah, she is. She can switch
knows
off.
how to do it. So
Plenty of exercise.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they are.
come back sub £300 2 weeks out.
So we can either do one more topic or how long we've been running, James?
It's done.
It's done. We're done.
I think we're done.
I think we're done on gripe.
Right, we've done everything else. There.
Yeah, we can. We've still got loads of topics. We'll cover that on the next episode. So, thank you everyone for watching episode 2 of the Big Dogcast.
Are we going to give something away?
Fucking hell, they've just had something.
Yeah, something else. And this,
I feel like do you know what? And the reason is,
What do you want to give away?
This is genuine. Like I really like the response that we got, and I was quite shocked by it.
Yeah, I
Because
was very happy. With
everyone starts a podcast, and I was just like, we knew that it has potential to do well, but just the engagement that we got, thank you very much. So if you could keep doing that, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I don't want this just to. I want to give as much as we can to everybody who watches, and actually, I don't sound too cheesy with a community, but I want us to
I do stick together.
Anything that we can get out of this podcast, give back. We're not doing it for us.
No,
because it does
we
cost.
don't need
It does cost us money to do this. It's not something we're doing for free.
Oh, no,
It's
fucking expensive.
It's expensive to do.
It's expensive.
By the time
It's
400 quid an episode.
It's 400 quid an episode.
And I travel. I don't know if I mentioned this. So,
Get
violent out.
Yeah. I fucking put £100 in the car this day and back.
But yeah, you're travelling 2.5 hours.
Yes.
3 hours. To
7 hours fucking last time.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So 2.5 hours round trip. We pay.
So what we're getting away this week then?
I don't know.
Signed photograph.
Signed photograph of the doctor. We can't keep offering engineered.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I actually don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I have got a lot of ESN products that have been sent that I don't use, and they're for promotional purposes. And ESN are, in my opinion, the best supplements on the market. Use code Tonk. But 50 quid's worth of ESN goodies.
Yep.
What is this for? The best question on this episode.
For the best question.
Best question or best comment?
Best question, best comment, and we'll just do 50 quid, and then same again, inbox, Big Dog Cast, and I will sort out whoever it is.
Yeah, that's it then.
With
and then the next one, episode 3, we'll do some JP products. I've got some do not effing miss.
I won't bother.
Pre-workout. I've got some protein and I've got a shaker at home as well. So there's definitely.
It's only half opened.
Yeah, it's only half open. I didn't like flavour. But we'd like to be doing giveaways if we can.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, and you know, the bigger we get, the bigger the giveaways.
Yeah.
Porsche 911 in 3 weeks. What's Doctor going to give away?
Gas Mark 10 because it's best supplements. What comes out of this country? So so that'll be in episode 4. That'll be in episode 4. Yeah, that's right. This is 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
So
you told me you were going to get a bottle of Treadaway.
yeah. Gas Mark 10 trend.
10 trend.
Right, so that's it. Episode 2 done and dusted. Thank you very much for watching.
Cheers.
Please like, share, subscribe, notification, ring the bell, and share us with your friends. Thanks a lot. Peace.